Harvard University director of Poland, John de la Volpe, he comes out and he told us before the election that the difference was going to be the vote of the youth vote, Gen Z and millennials, and the people that, those people never vote, etc. Well, they came out and they voted overwhelmingly for progressives and Democrats, but more than that, they came out in higher than normal volume. So far, it seems like 27% of them showed up. It seemed like it's going to be more when we get all the tallies in. But, he came and he said, 40% of these guys are going to vote. Even if it stays at 27%, even if it stays at 27%, the mere fact that they're voting at a lot of times 50-point margins, right, proves the point that he's been saying for a while. The youth vote is the future, but it's more than the youth vote is the future, because the older folks that continue to vote, not overwhelmingly, but substantially for Republicans, well, I tell you what, why don't you just listen to what he has to say?
John Della Volpe, we'll start with you. In terms of the youth voter turnout, there's so many different ways to be surprised here, because some of the focus groups that we saw, a lot of young people didn't even know there were midterms, and yet a lot did.
Yeah, absolutely right. Let me break it down as simply as I possibly can, Mika. We just look at, first of all, the majority, the close to 60% of voters in this country who are over the age of 45. By a margin of 10 points, they voted Republican in House races across the country and in most Senate races as well. The Democrats went in with a -10 advantage. It put a tremendous amount of pressure on young people to do two things: A, to show up, and B, to support Democrats. Young people under 45 supported Democrats by 13 points. Young people under 30 supported Democrats by 28. This would have been a red wave election if not for millions and millions of young millennials and Gen Zers.
So, John, let's take a case in your larger point. In Arizona, just looking at the current numbers, Mark Kelly among voters 18 to 29 is plus 56. Voters 30 to 44, he's plus 19. Once you get past 44, Masters wins. So this is a story of the young vote. There's no question about it here. And I guess a larger question going forward is, what are the implications for sort of the shifting vote here, which is to say young people, by and large, going for Democrats, voters, just put it bluntly, who are going to be around for a long time.
Right, Willie, this is not a surprise. We've been talking about this on your show for years now. This is the third election in a row where Democrats have relied on the youth vote to make the difference. In 18, in 20, and in 22, it's the same thing. Republicans now are a small melting iceberg. Republicans lost white, non-college voters under 30. That's the heart and soul of the Republican Party right now. They lost the new generation already with this demographic.
Folks, so as it turns out, it's a melting iceberg, and this is a melting iceberg that isn't going to refreeze. So as it turns out, as we move forward, it's not a demographic change, it's an American change, folks. And we are headed there, and we are headed there quickly. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.